Welcome. It's Psychic Tuesday, and I'm your guide, Bernice Bisson. We're going to start right at the top with the astrology. I'm going to go through each of the signs in a minute, sun, moon, and rising. We've got some key pieces coming up. We've got the equinox in the Northern Hemisphere, and we've got a Capricorn full moon with that, and the sun and Venus moving into Cancerian, which is going to bring a push and pull between our intimate world and our world of responsibility. However, that plays out, work versus family, relationship versus demands in your work life. It could be money, could be at the issue of a few things. And coming to a head, we've got Pluto sort of interjecting in a couple of ways along, and as it kind of dips back at the end of the month into Capricorn, sort of amplifies this energy because we actually have two full moons in Capricorn. So to amplify that emotional energy, it's going to be some big stuff. And so if I go to each of the signs, sun, moon, and rising, your sun sign's the divine masculine. It's the world you're responsible for in a sense, your identity, and then you've got the divine feminine, your moon sign, your inner body home, that inner child stuff. And then you've got the ascendant, how you kind of combine those two together and move them forward in life. And so if I start with Aries, sun, moon, or rising, your message for the week is asserting yourself. And this Aries are like, I got that under wraps. Right. But go for what you want. The time is right. You're going to be making a lot of deep and soulful connections, soulmate connections. They could be two-legged and four-legged soulmate connections. There's the birth of ideas, the birth of opportunities. And when it says to assert yourself, I feel like moving your agenda forward, what's in your highest and best order and your goodest, your best need, goodest. I don't even know where that word came from. And so your best need. But carry a light stick, as we got some major energy going on with Mars and Uranus in Taurus, which is stuff you value. And so really heading you could be going there. Don't get too single focused. Don't do this at the expense of everything else. Don't burn any bridges in this process. Don't try to get what you want at the cost of something that could be friends, people. So keep that in mind. They're my lovely little Aries. Taurus. Okay, well, Taurus, man, this Mars energy, along with that water earth polarity. I mean, pretty much most planets are in those signs, at both water and earth. And so it's going to be some heavy stuff for you. I mean, it could be some strokes of luck that you didn't know you could pull out of thin air. It could be maybe you fall in love. Maybe the timing's right for a couple of things in your life, Taurus. A sudden change of luck is just what you needed. Because boy, oh boy, it's been kind of grindy for little Tauruses, and things are going to work in your favor, and it's going to be an excellent time to be invited out. Like it could be like friends of concert tickets. Oh, come on out. Or there's lots going on in your neighborhood. You can go out, or you're just in a better financial position, or in a good kind of lucky little position where you get freebies, free stuff, good swag, invitations out, times that you can enjoy, and some real luck, and particularly around this equinox and coming through communications for you. That's going to be really maybe just the news you wanted to hear. That'd be nice. Or maybe your words carry magic and they swoon the right people. That could be kind of fun. Hey, Tauruses. Now, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising. Boy, oh boy, you've had a whole stellium in your sign, and we have some real mercurial energy around communication. So it is around this for you in a big ways. And if I thought of the big travel could come up for you, opportunities, news from maybe you just want to break free and go places, and that could be road trips, that could be getting away to the lake, making plans for the summer if you're on the other side of the world, the winter. And but really looking at any communications, they're going to open up things in your life, um, exciting experiences, and singles as well. For single Geminis, this could be quite good. This could be lots of chatter, lots of people coming out of the woodworks, and career advancement for others. That there could be just things that are being talked about, plans, things you're coming up with. A bit of a golden child for a while, And life can throw things at us, but just know, no matter what life throws at you, Gemini, I feel like you're going to be able to either talk your way out of it, talk your way up around it, or maybe talking about it could get you through it. Okay, Geminis. I'm going to go to my little Cancerians. Boy, oh boy, this is some powerful time for you. Happy birthdays coming up because you've got the sun, you've got Venus heading in there, you're going to Mercury, you're going to have this two powerful full moons in your house of partnership and a powerful reset button in a Cancerian new moon. And so I feel like this could be a time of reflection, reflecting on who's friends. Um, you could have new friendships come in, you could have other friendships end. You are going to become stronger no matter what happens in that. You could be really defining who your group is, where you have a sense of belonging, where you feel like you have a sense of purpose and direction. And this doesn't have to be necessarily your job. I mean, I hope you find that through your job and through people you maybe you work with and that group. But little Cancerians, this could come through just really defining your community stance, where you belong. It could even be your reputation in the community. Maybe you get a little kudos, tap on the shoulder. Maybe there's something around natural community leadership for you that's going to come up for you as well, little crabs. So that feels pretty good. And then we go to Leos. Boy, oh boy, it's been kind of a bumpy road and shocking news for Leos. And this could come like with work or the bigger companies. Maybe it was an old job and you dodged a bullet. And so challenges to present themselves. And all you're really wanting is a time out this summer. You're like, I just want holidays and I just want off. And there could be some unusual conflicts that come up, and they could come up with work options, work conflicts, people around work. And, you getting involved can make matters worse. I feel like I like the idea of taking time off and taking a break and stepping back, seeing the bigger picture, getting a bigger perspective on things. Because there could just be drama that comes up around you. It's not so much going to have to be about you, but it could impact you. And so I want you just to be really mindful about the power struggles that be, and they're going to come in weird ways. They could be coworkers, they could be your partner with other people, they could be news that you hear that maybe you're feeling conflicted. Maybe you can't release the news yet, and yet you're like, oh, this person needs to know it, but I can't say nothing. And so that's my little skull. I can't have him here for communication purposes today, and my crystal skull. And so very mercurial energy. And so, so just keep that in mind, that maybe you not saying anything or maybe standing back and observing. I feel like you personally will have options. You personally would be in a different mindset or perspective than maybe those around you. So keep that in mind, Leo. Virgo, sun, moon, rising. Boy, oh boy, Virgo. You know, there's this weird sort of polarity both with Pisces. We've got a retrograde Saturn happening, a retrograde Neptune happening. You know, between now and the next 6 weeks, things going over in your partnerships, house of partnerships, things that um, old and new, people from your past, people from your present, things that you need to look at around maybe deciding where you want to move forward and things. And be careful of burnout. You work really hard and you will see results, but your health, and that needs to be maintained. And also check in, doctor, dentist, that kind of stuff, massage therapist. Don't forget the self-care stuff. And if you have a healthcare plan and you're fortunate to have that at work, they do have massage, hopefully massage therapy or employee assistance plan around therapies, and trying to stick to a discipline around a healthy lifestyle. Maybe you're going to make some decisions about work-life balance. Um, Maybe you're going to make some decisions about what you're going to value, or and if you're not being valued, just keep that in mind. You could find some burnout with that, and that could also be burnout of bridges, that because you're not making the time. Libra, sun, moon, rising. Libra, money stuff. Boo, boo, boy. I just feel like you could have some really good money stuff coming in. It could come through estate. It could come through documents, papers, practices, contracts, things you got to sort through, get professionals to look at for sure. Guard yourself against any, foolish, impulsive decisions, deceptions, and, double check anything on mistakes. So if you have any important documents that need to be reviewed, get a professional to review them. They could benefit you in big ways. I just don't want you to miss a step. I don't want you to miss something. The other piece is to declutter things out of your life, to declutter people, places, and events that no longer, serve you. I mean, if you're not going to wear it in 6 months, you're not going to speak to them. You never communicate with them. Empty out contact lists, empty out, really kind of declutter and make. You're going to make room for new things, new outfits, new people, all those great stuff. And come fall, which is your season to shine, that could be a new fashion statement for you or a new look. Mhm. Scorpio, sun, moon, rising. This is going to be some interesting time with Mars and Uranus in your house of partnership. You've got your ninth house lit up pretty high. You've got your sixth house lit up pretty high in your charts. And so this is going to be an important time where you could have property opportunities where you live, security sale. It could be transactions, it could be leases and agreements, it could be things that you're needing to sign. And there could also be challenges. And this could be about other people. This could be about kids, family, grandchildren, other family members, their property where they live. Maybe you're the problem solver having to kind of get in there and get things done or sorted. And I want you to be a little bit selfish. Um, and I want you to be um, a little bit what you need, your security, what's best for you in the long term, what's best for you in the long run, what's best for you in terms of what those needs could be. Because I feel like whatever you're going into could be pretty long term. Sagittarius, sun, moon, rising, commitments to your word, commitments to things you've said, commitments to your job. Maybe there's new opportunities popping up for you, new commitments popping up for you. But you'll be making commitments around love or business. And I feel like, boy, it'll make you feel better. It will make you feel better. It'll make you feel really good about plans coming, about things coming up for you. I have good vibes around that, particularly for our Sagittarians the next little while. Capricorn, sun, moon, rising, romance, love is set to sizzle. The chance for romance is high. Seeking connections will find them. That could even be turning out to be you loving yourself, you doing self care, you loving or agape love, giving generously to community, your time, efforts, money, um, or that you could take time to reach out to people who do need care. And so this is going to be a big time to spread the love, feel the love, accept the love, those kinds of things. Aquarian, sun, moon, rising, your freedom is a big deal. Sunshine, opportunities, they could come up with you being able to step out on your and be more independent, you being able to really shine. And it has a level of responsibility to it. So although you're going to be able to shine, you got to take responsibility and you got to stick to, and there's going to be maybe opportunities to travel, get away, things you've been kind of excited about coming up. And I just feel get prepared, be prepared, get things that you need to have. And you're going to see some real growth with maybe friendships and fabulous communications and different relationships around you. Now, be mindful about, um, people struggling possibly with depression, anxiety, dark moments, dark sides. That could be you, that could be people pulling you in, that could be things going on around you, and to find some balance and always seek therapies and help and remember to remind people to do that as well. That would be good friend advice, or that would be something that you could help them out with. Pisces, sun, moon, rising. This next little while, it's all about your future. You've got a couple of retrogrades. Your ruling planet and Saturn going to be retrograding over, June and July. And really over the summer, being able to go over your vision, what you want, where you're at, because major life changes are coming by your birthday. Major life changes, these planets go forward because you got a whole bunch of eclipses coming up for you. That's going to really transform your life, your identity, your destiny, where you're going, what your purpose is, and and those things really starting to reach out to you and giving you tastes of that. Now you can't really make too many decisions until these eclipses are done with you by the fall of next year, and I just feel like those changes could turn out to be quite good for you, and it could be really around things that you envisioned that you never thought could happen, and boom, there they are. Again, you can find me at Bernice Bisson Psychic at bernicebissonpsychic.com. And I do full readings. I read full time. I'm an artist and a psychic, and that's all I do. And I read video and in person as well. So we're going to go to our first caller. I've got Jenny in Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island. Jenny, welcome.
Hi, how are you?
I'm absolutely wonderful. Jenny, how can I be in service to today?
I'm just kind of wondering, like, whatever comes to mind, like a general sense of like
Okay.
finance, health, family, any kind of guidance. Um,
Perfect.
anything that really
Perfect.
comes to mind.
Okay. So my name is Bernice Bisson, and I'm in Winnipeg. And I'm going to begin with, let's just start with the day and month of your birthday.
Okay, it's July 2nd.
Oh, you're a little Cancerian. Let's talk about this. I talked a bit about this in the astrology ahead of time out of this call. And so I want to begin with you have a major reset button coming. You're kind of going to be standing what I call it like the edge of the abyss, being able to make some bigger life decisions and really about your sense of belonging in your community where you live and work, where you where your purpose could be in your community as well. There is a couple of powerful full moons, both in Capricorn, which is your house of partnership, which could bring structure, boundaries, um, firm discussions around people in that you could have across from you. That could be anyone you've made commitments to. That includes work commitments. I want you to be careful a little bit for some burnout. I feel like you're going to enter into a period, little crab, around lots of hard work or lots of running around and having different obligations to meet, particularly this next 3 or 4 months. Whereas this is the time I really want you to be able to kind of try to find some balance with that because I do think that there could be stressful situations at work or that you have multiple demands on you with work that you could be feeling like oh I just can't. I want to just blow it up, and I feel like don't blow it up, just take time off, just take some time off. There's going to be something coming up in the next 4 months around your health, and I feel like you're going to really take charge, or you're really going to make commitments and disciplines around your health and well-being. And there's something about your dental, and that could be maybe you're just getting your teeth worked on. Maybe you'll get some dental work done. And there's something also that may pop up that could pop up in your throat area, ear, sinus. And also, if I think about your wellness, it's also going to be around you really working on your health and well-being. You could be reinventing yourself. You could be recommitting to different health regimes because you're going to be on your mindset's going to be around total health and well-being. And I feel like that's going to really pay off for you in a big way, really in a big way. It's more about bigger lifestyle changes, health style changes. And that includes, Spirit keeps telling me to tell you this, that includes when I go back to hard boundaries with people and having really clear communications and not maybe getting pulled into people's drama or gossip in work or areas in your day to day sort of world. Because I feel like you just want peace. You don't want to get pulled into things that don't belong to you. Um, I also feel like there is, I don't know, there's going to be a man around you who feels like in that energy I keep getting is impatient. He's going to be impatient with you. He's going to keep trying to light a fire under your butt to get you moving on something or to trigger you to move on something. I feel like I almost feel like when this man comes, because I feel like it poses as a bit of a challenge. I want you to like grind your heels in and
Okay.
do things on your own timeline, you know, create your own rules and boundaries. I don't want you get pushed around. And I feel like because you as a Cancer and you just want to make things work, I just want things to work. I just want
Yeah.
peace. I just want, because you're a natural sort of problem solver. So I almost feel like, I don't know, this man could be kind of impatient and demanding. And I'm going to say your best um, way of dealing with this is going to be, firm nose, firm boundaries, like this time, that time, and on your own time. Because I feel like again, there's this energy where you might be getting pulled in several directions. And I want you to really pull your power back and call your power back to yourself and recommit to things that are a priority or were a priority to you that could have become sort of, lost in translation or lost in other obligations.
Yeah.
This is a time I keep feeling like you're moving on or you're moving forward. And there's something really quite good and quite focused around your financial. And if you focus on the past, things you lost, things that, commitments, don't do that. I want you to use this new moon that's going to come up for you in the next 2 weeks to really, just to really move forward, to really jump forward. Um, and go to your mentors, advisors, experts for advice around maybe even your money, savings, organizing, and really getting on top of your financial situation. And this includes something about really, I hear in my head, managing your debt, or you're getting really committed to your financial well-being. And that could be part of the boundaries and saying no, and not feeling like you're getting pulled in a thousand directions. And so I also feel like there's okay, I know we all have a lot of deceased people, and I know they in life that happens, but there's something that keeps coming up in my mind's eye around a couple of messages. One is, there's this man who died. He was like the glue, and he feels like an older gentleman. He There's a woman who's still alive where you live or out where you are. There could be some health issues or something where you have to attend to someone's needs there, or that you'll have to attend to their needs and news. I also feel like um, you could have also visitors coming from another province, possibly, or another. You're way out in one of the most beautiful places in the world. I
Wow.
don't understand how beautiful it is where you live, but there's going to be visitors or people coming there. So I don't know. It feels like an intentional type of trip. And
Well,
is that even
my mom is she's diagnosed with health issues, and we have the identical health issues. We have COPD and emphysema, and she's actually coming home, and my sisters are coming home too, and she's been very sick. So they're
okay?
actually going to be home on the 24th of this month.
So that's so good. I'm so happy about that because I feel like, and you know what? Because you know what, I'm just going to make you the rest of my show, only because I feel like
Oh,
I need to talk about your mom and your sister as well as I'm talking about you in this message. And of course, this gets posted later, so you can go back and they can listen to this as well. And
okay.
so I'm going to continue to message. And and the other piece that keeps coming really strong for me. So that this man who passed, and it's interesting in my mind's eye. He's funny. He's direct. He's like, tell
It
it
would be
like
my
it is.
boyfriend. My boyfriend passed 7 years ago.
Oh, so I'm going to send you so much
Yeah.
love, and I'm going to keep messaging through this because I feel like he wants me to tell you. So I'm going to just keep talking about it because he's like, talk about me. Don't forget me. Don't forget me. He's funny. He's direct. He's tell it like it is. I don't know. He has a cat on his lap. I don't know what the cat means, but like, do you know what it means?
I'm not sure right now. I'm just kind of,
Okay, I'll keep talking. Um, there's like he's sitting there like I would just be petting a cat and on his lap, and he's looking out a window, and I feel like he has with him another man who wasn't old when he passed. He could have been in his late 50s, early 60s. And I feel like there's something about his teeth. He's missing a tooth or something. But anyway, he's with this man who's also very funny. And I do feel like there's a strong D and a strong B. And in letters, people's names I'm supposed to talk about. I also feel like this August is really important. I don't know why so much, but there's like some sort of celebration this summer that feels happy amidst what I know that you're feeling heaviness of your family's health. I feel like if I talk about your mom and her health issues, I feel like, maybe she wants to come home and she should be like, I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave. And
Yeah.
I I do feel like your mom maybe needs more help, or she,
Yes. Yes.
she has to stop. She has to stop herself sometimes, and she can't be helping everyone else. She can't be bailing people out. She can't. And I feel like you might have to stand up for her and tell people that.
y- Yeah.
Okay. And there could be
Makes
a
sense.
man who's
A lot of
challenging.
sense.
There could be a man who's alive, who's a bit challenging, and who's going to have good boundaries. You will, because you're a crab and you got pinchers. And
Yeah.
if I think about your sister and the energy around your sister, I feel like it's going to be so good to have everyone there. I feel like the two of you are very different characters from each
Yeah.
other. And I feel like I see the three of you like three musketeers all together. And I feel like that's good. I am going to say that there's something with your sister's health that feels kind of chronic, and that
Yeah.
there's around medication, adjustments to medication, looking at medication. We're going to keep it. There could still be something being adjusted around that for her.
It makes sense. For me because I'm actually in the process of getting my medication adjusted, and
Okay.
I do have a chronic illness.
Okay. Thank you. Sorry. Um,
No, it's okay.
if I can I ask about two dogs, someone's dogs?
Two
Do
dogs.
you have
Um,
two of
I've had like growing up or now.
I well, this is why I'm asking. Where is why I'm asking? Where
Yeah.
there's one dog, there's a second dog visiting or a second dog showing up. You could be an adoption, it could be a decision on the dog. And I'm going to say you'll know about that within 3 or 4 months. Now, I've got about 30 seconds left, so I'm going to leave you with this. Whatever adjustments are coming with your medication, you are going to start to physically feel a lot better. There's something very much
Okay.
about your body in pain, and you'll start to feel better. I'm sending so much love and light to you, and there's and your mom and your sister, and I think you're going to have a beautiful time together. And thank you for tuning into Psychic
Thank you.
Tuesday, and thank you to everyone.
Thank
And
you.
we'll see everyone in 7 days. Have a great week.